Hello, Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today, and I am hopping with some friends of mine for the Back to School YouTube Hop hosted by Sara S every year. And I have this large photo layout, which was based on the sketch that I showed previously, which I am sharing with you if you are so inspired. So I actually flipped the sketch. So I have the large photo on the left-hand side and then the labels and all of the goodies to the right-hand side of that photo. I am working with a bunch of things that I have pulled from my stash. The school colors are teal and their mascot is a jaguar. So I pulled the orange from the jaguar because it went well with the teal. I could have used a yellow, but I don't know. When you look at the graphics of this, it looks more orange than it does teal. And I think that the yellow goes, I don't know. I thought that the orange made the photo pop a little bit better. So per the sketch, I have the long strip that is slightly behind the photo and then the smaller strip to the left of that. And I know that that is what I'm going with. And at this point, I don't know what else I'm going to do. I literally have that collection of orange and teal based goodies to the left of me. I know I want labels. I know maybe I might use a 3x4 pocket card. So here we go. So this is a 3x4 printable from Paper Person from back when I subscribed. I was getting tired of my other trimmer. I can do, with smaller things, I can go a lot faster and know I'm getting a straight line with that guillotine, my Tim Holtz guillotine there. So again, I have literally, this is just stuff that I've pulled from my stash. I either looked for school related stuff or teal or orange, and orange is hard to find in my stash. So these are my new obsession. These are Tim Holtz distress labels. So you use a brayer to get ink on the metal die, and I'm using the tape to carry it so that I don't have to stick my giant fingerprint into that. And then you put it face down onto the piece of paper that you want a label of, and it depresses the ink into the label. So it's debossed as well as inked. So I've created a custom label that works with what I want. I could have done them in teal or aqua as well, but I really needed a few more green elements. So the sketch calls for a bunch of stuff down the left-hand side of the photo. Because I flipped it, it's going to be down the right-hand side of the photo. So you can see I've got stickers from Jilly Bean from various years. I have some simple stories, color vibes. Speaking of color vibes, have you seen the new color vibes stuff that's coming out? Awesome! And works really, really well with the stuff that they've already released. So October afternoon, I'm telling you, I literally just dug through labels and things in my stash looking for orange and teal. And like I said, there's not a whole lot. So that is from a scrap room kit. This is Pink Fresh Studio. So lots of goodies to choose from. And a nice way to use labels and just kind of stash bash, really. And so I am going to have a collection of things on this right-hand side of the photo, a place to journal, and then things just related to back to school. So this is a traditional hop that Sara hosts every year. And the theme of this year is the cool kid just showed up. So we like to have a theme every year. And I did not incorporate cool kid into this because Mia doesn't consider herself a cool kid. I think all kids are cool. Everybody has a lot to offer. But because of the teenage years and acute awareness of who the cool kids are and who they aren't, I just didn't want to draw attention to that. And so I just went with the back to school theme. Mia is a junior this year, so from the class of 2024. I hope I got that right. I always doubt myself when it comes to figuring that out. And so I wanted to get that information imparted into the page. I also wanted her high school name on there. And so I'm going to have lots of space to be able to incorporate that information. Look, I am using a T-square. If you followed me, you will know that my T-square and I are not friends, but look, it has aged. I have aged, and all good things age well over time. And we're working. We've got an understanding, and we've got a relationship going here. So I'm just using it to center these particular tabs, because while I'm not really all that obsessed with everything to line up perfectly. I do want those two things to line up in particular because they do have a point, and they're at the beginning and the end of this particular column. And so it is important to me that they align somewhat. So I've kind of got the placement of all of the big elements here. Now I just want to fill in the holes with just fun stuff. I have lots of stuff, and so I want to fill that in there. So GA is for Glen Allen, HS obviously for high school, and so I'm using my color vibe letters from Simple Stories to just get those letters in there. Something else that you can see the hot pink Bella Boulevard. So something else that I pulled were from back in the day when she did the Faith Illustrated. They were combined. There were some really cool teal letters, and I really wanted to incorporate those, but I didn't go deep enough down into my pile as I was working my way through my stash that I don't end up using them here as I'm creating during this process video. But I will go ahead and in that big orange label right there where I was kind of working, I will actually put the JR in for junior to signify her junior year. I am also going to off camera stamp with some Heidi Swap stamps. I just like the hint of black that it adds to it to just add that little bit of a contrast and grounding color. And so I will stamp in black, class of 2024 underneath the JR and the date that goes in that 3x4 pocket card there, and 11th grade as well. So I'm looking for some not rectangular elements, as you can see there. I love the way that little locker just hangs, the lock hangs off of the label there. It's kind of cool, like how you would hang it if you were using an actual locker. I'm pretty sure this child has a locker but doesn't use it. I don't think she's ever used a locker. She totes everything around. The school is so large, and she's pretty much focused to one part of the school that I don't think, I think she'd rather just carry everything. And she's found a way of minimizing the size of her backpack too, which as a physical therapist, I really appreciate. So some just generic stars that are scattered in there. What I'm struggling with here, and I will actually change the placement of some of these stars, is that orange big star from Jilly Bean, and then that teal one that's by the yellow orange circle there. They're very heavy and dominant, especially with that orange lock. And I felt like I needed to intersperse them a little bit more for a little bit of balance in weight and contrast. And you'll see what I mean when you go to the close-ups. It doesn't look terrible here, but I actually prefer the way that it looks on the page for balance. And sometimes when you're working with your elements, it's very hard to see exactly what is going on. So this is a sketch-based back-to-school layout. This is part of a YouTube hub. Be sure to check the description box down below and visit all the other gals for some great back-to-school layout ideas. And then also, if you can't snag the sketch from my video, but be sure to head over to Instagram or my personal, my Scrappy YouTube channel, Facebook page, and you can grab the sketch from there as well. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you enjoyed the inspiration on this hop. I hope you come back again soon. If you don't subscribe, I'd love to have you join me. Thanks for stopping in today. Come back again soon. Take care.